Hey guys, Final Master Link here. Actually have a guest, Funky. I wanted to talk about the some PS1 Classic, since we're both gamers. I think he's a little bit older than me, so he probably has a little bit different perspective on this. But for me personally, this console is pretty damn nostalgic. It was my first home console as a kid that I had. My first actual console was a Game Boy Color, but this really brings back the memories. You
Yeah,
got any good memories about the PS1?
yeah, I definitely do. It's, it wasn't obviously it wasn't my first system, like you said. I'm a little bit older, but um, I remember when my brother first got it. It was like right after it came out, and I watched him play a lot of games on that before I finally got my own console of it. I got a PS1 a little bit later of my own, but even so, I've played probably more hours on that than I have on I don't know a lot of other consoles. It's probably my top three most played consoles still, even to this day.
I mean, if the PS2 was never like a thing after this would probably be the most played console for me as a kid.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
I didn't
I
have
mean,
PS2 either, so
I
that's
mean,
why mine
goddamn,
was
PS2
higher.
just, PS2 just took a gun to pretty much every console at the time.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so enough of this, bullshit about nostalgia. Let's see what fucking games are on the thing. So we actually
Wait,
don't
wait, wait,
know
wait. Whoa, slow down,
what.
slow down. I haven't even looked at the list either, but I think we should start
Oh, okay.
with what should be on there. What do you think should be on
What
there?
should I? Well, I mean,
Not all, not you don't have to
if
name
it's
20 games, but name like
a couple on the top of my
10. You think
head,
you could think of 10 that should be on there?
one Final Fantasy. I mean,
Okay.
well, the thing is, it's supposed if it's called a PlayStation Classic, then shouldn't it have
Mhm.
classic games on it.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I mean, duh. But I just
you
mean
know,
like, okay, yes, but if we're gonna go from like me or yours perspective, like, oh, let's just put 10 sick ass RPGs, and that's we'd be good. We'd be good with
I
that.
mean
But
that's just a small
but
portion of gaming
you have to
for the
take into account
library.
it's for everyone, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, in
you
a
got to
general
try and put a
sense.
bunch of different types of games. So can you think
Um,
of 10 games that should be on there, just in general, even if they're ones you haven't played, just ones you think should be there?
uh, I would say Gran Turismo,
Gran Turismo, okay.
uh, a Spyro game or Crash Bandicoot, either
Okay.
or.
Either or, not both.
Mm, trying to think. Probably a wasn't there like a real popular puzzle game on PlayStation? I can't think of it at the top of my head.
That's PlayStation exclusive. I don't know,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay,
It
maybe it
doesn't
didn't
ring
have
a
it.
bell.
Maybe it didn't have a whole lot of puzzle games.
Yeah, like I don't remember
RPGs.
like
I
one
mean,
from. Yeah, there should
RPGs. I
like.
can think of a shit ton. But
But
the
which
most
ones okay? If they're RPGs, what are like the three that should be on it?
a Final Fantasy, probably
Okay,
seven, just because
most
it
popular.
sold like fucking gangbusters on
Yeah,
it.
it's the most popular one by far. Yeah,
Um, maybe Lunar,
Lunar. Okay.
and I'm actually looking at my PS1 games right now.
Okay.
Uh, oh, I mean it's not an RPG, but I just remembered Metal Gear Solid. I mean,
Definitely,
you'd
Matt.
be
Yeah,
a
Metal Gear
fool not to
Solid.
put that on there.
Definitely.
Another RPG. Not Ark the Lad. I've never even played that shit.
No,
Vagrant Story I heard's really fucking good.
but yeah, you
Or
gotta
no,
like
not
you
no.
actually
I'm
think it.
sorry, not Vagrant Story. I was thinking of Xenogears
Oh, okay.
because I've actually played some of Vagrant Story. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's see what else there's. What other ones? I could think of some more obscure sort of games, but
No, no, no.
I wouldn't
You
call
gotta
them
pick the ones
classics
that.
though.
I'm saying you gotta pick the ones that should be on there, like you expect to be on there.
Resident
Even
Evil 1, I guess.
Resident Evil One, okay.
Maybe Dino Crisis.
Maybe Dino Crisis, okay.
Mm, uh, I wouldn't say it was popular enough because it wasn't a exclusive, but like I was gonna say Glover, but that's who gives a fuck about that game?
Is Glover on PS1?
Yeah, it is. I had it when I was a
Wow.
kid. I know it's on the
Interesting.
N64 also though.
Yeah, I didn't know because I never even played it, but I didn't know.
Um, hmm. Oh, Probably the first Grand Theft Auto game.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, granted, it hasn't aged nearly as well as like
Hell
say
no.
3 or San Andreas, but it's still, it still has some.
Still a classic. It's
Yeah.
still a classic.
Goddamn, was that 10? I don't even
I
know.
mean, it was probably more than 10 if we listed all the ones you just said. But some of the ones you said are ones I also agree with. Final Fantasy VII, Legend of Dragoon, Metal Gear Solid, GTA 2 is one I would pick because it's better. But I mean, either one would be fine. Um, I definitely think Twisted Metal should be on there.
Oh yeah, that fucking
Preferably
series.
number 2, but because it's way better. Like by far, everything is better on Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah.
Um, Crash Bandicoot specifically should be on it, even if it's just the first one.
Yeah.
This Spyro, I would say also, but I just don't think they're gonna have both. Even though it totally should have Spyro also,
I mean,
because they had the both trilogies on
I
PS1.
mean
But they should have
yeah,
one.
but
They
they're
should have
I mean
both.
they're both platformers, that
But
are.
still, those are both like if it was Nintendo, we'd be fine with like 4 Mario games.
Yeah,
That's
no
two
shit.
platforms, not a big deal. So Spyro and Crash should both be on there. I don't think they both will be on there, but
No.
I think
No, I
one.
don't.
I think they both should be on there. What did I say already? I already said Metal Gear. I had a couple more in my head. I couldn't remember what they are. What is another big name one that I'm forgetting? Oh, Resident Evil. Duh. Yes,
Yep.
Resident Evil should be on there for sure.
Yep.
Um, and
I,
on maybe even Silent Hill, maybe.
uh, I could imagine it, yeah.
Because that's a different company. It's like Konami. Is Konami going to be represented on there?
I don't know, dude.
I guess Metal Gear Solid. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can't think of any other racing game that's really PS1 than Gran Turismo.
Yeah, exactly. I think Gran Turismo is probably a good pick for if there's going to be a racing game.
Other than Twisted Metal.
Well, yeah, but that's a different kind of game completely.
I wouldn't know, I never played it.
Twisted Metal or Gran Turismo?
Twisted Metal.
Oh, Twisted Metal is a car destruction game. You kill each
Oh,
other,
I see.
so it's pretty damn fun. Anyway, I don't want to think of more games if I don't already have a list, but that's a pretty good
Yeah,
starting point for stuff we think should be on there. And I already guarantee there's going to be some weird shit on there that I
Probably.
expect. And I also expect stuff that's pretty basic that I like. I mean, if you look at the NES Classic, that's some basic shit on there.
it's almost a granted. Stuff like fucking Contra. Like, who doesn't like that game?
Yeah, exactly.
If you find someone that doesn't like that game, it's because they're shit at it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
So yeah, we can go through the games now.
okay,
You want
let's
to just go through them one at a time, or you want to just list them all out and then talk about them?
we can. I'll just list them all out. I'm just on the
right.
PlayStation website right now, so
All right, let's
We
just
just-
go through them then,
let me just scroll down here.
because I honestly haven't looked at it either for the purposes of making this video.
Okay, so so this is coming out December 3rd, actually.
Okay, so that's pretty soon.
I thought it was gonna come out this month, to be honest. For
Okay.
$99.99. Why they don't just call it $100 is beyond me.
Because 99.99.
Yeah, it has to do with marketing, but I think it's stupid.
It's always
What do
everything
we
now.
got?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we got Blast Arena Toshiden, Cool Boaters 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy VII, Grand Theft Auto, Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Oddworld Apes Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Revelations Persona, R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, Super Puzzle Tournament 2 Turbo, what the fuck kind of game is that? Siphon Filter, Tekken 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal, Wild Arms. On the top of my head, what the fuck is Battle Arena Toshiden? I've
Okay,
never
you
heard
read
of that.
really fast, so I'm gonna bring it up myself as well. I heard most of it, but I want to make sure I can like recap it while we're talking. But yeah, that first one, what was it? Say it again. The
Battle Arena Toshiden?
Battle Arena Toshiden.
I've never once heard of that game.
Let me look at it so I can see what the fuck we're talking about. Okay. So, Battle Arena Toshiden. Yeah, I definitely haven't heard of that one. I assume it's some kind of...
It's a fighter, it looks like.
It looks like a fighting game, yeah. Is it made by... Who's it made by? Is it the Sony game? Anything that was made by Sony, like themselves, that's the stuff I kind of expected.
Well, how is there no Gran Turismo though? They own the IP.
So there's no Gran Turismo. Okay, so let
Yeah,
me double
I
check
think
this
that's kind of
list.
stupid.
Damn, how come I can't fucking find the right list? All right, here we go. Got it. Okay, so Battle Arena Toshinden. Intelligent Cube, I believe, is a puzzle game. So we were talking about what puzzle
Yeah,
games would be on there. Intelligent Cube is on there, so that makes sense.
yeah.
You also brought up that Super Puzzle Fighter Turbo. You don't know what that is? That is
I
the
don't have a clue what it is.
it's like a Street Fighter puzzle game crossover type of thing.
That sounds goofy as fuck.
It's goofy as hell, but fun as hell.
Hmm.
It's actually really fun.
Okay.
I'm not surprised it's on there. It's actually a really popular game.
Hmm.
Okay, so the other stuff that makes sense. Rayman, I kind of forgot about Rayman. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Siphon Filter, I definitely forgot about because I never played them, but that makes sense.
I have it, although I've heard it's sort of a inferior Metal Gear Solid game.
And that's exactly what I've heard, and also why I haven't played it yet. Metal Gear Solid's there, as expected.
Yep.
There is Twisted Metal, good.
Yep.
Grand Theft Auto 1, which is fine, even though I would prefer 2. Same with Twisted Metal, I wish it was 2, not 1. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I guess I didn't even know the first one was on PS1.
I thought it was an old PC game.
Yeah, it might be a port of it, actually. I have to
Oh.
look into it. It's possible. Because there's PS1 ports of PC games like Diablo, even.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Cool Borders 2, that makes sense to round out the types of games, but who cares?
That sounds lame as fuck. Like that sounds very generic to me.
So it's like, all right. Well, that's what I said. There's gonna be generic shit on here. I knew it, and that's definitely one that's generic. Along with Destruction Derby, which is weird that they had Destruction Derby and Twisted Metal, because I'm pretty sure they're a similar type of game where you're just driving around trying to destroy each other. Pretty sure it's similar.
Huh. Okay.
It's cool that they put Tekken 3 as opposed to Tekken 2, because Tekken 3 is definitely better than 2.
Yeah, by all means, but the best of the trilogy or whatever.
Yeah. Definitely weird that there's only 3 RPGs I count here. Final Fantasy VII, Wild Arms, and Persona, which is out of nowhere.
Well, it says Revelations Persona.
Oh, it's Persona. It's the first Persona game.
Why does it have the word Revelations in front
I
of it?
don't know, but it's the first Persona game.
Isn't that game like expensive as fuck?
Kinda, yeah.
Let me just look it up real fast.
Like a physical copy of it is definitely expensive, yes. The first Persona game. That's probably the selling fucking point right there for anybody who.
I think I heard it's like over $100.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the selling point right there.
Holy
otherwise,
fuck! Jesus tits.
Guessing it means it's quite a bit.
It says complete. It's like $167.
Well, there you go. Boom.
What the
See?
fuck?
I was just gonna say, out of all this right here, the only like big time selling point,
Goddamn.
is that one. Like when it comes to rare games, that's the only one.
It's-
Well, I don't know
that's-
about all these. Some of these might be rare. But I
That game is definitely out of my fucking price point.
don't. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
If I don't play it on this classic, fuck, I just emulate it. Which kind of leads me into another thing. Do you think this will be able to be hacked or modded at all?
Someone will figure it out, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Probably if it has. I haven't looked at like the specs or like how the console looks, but does it have like any slots for memory or anything?
It says a compatible USB AC adapter is required to use this console. And it says it's not
USB.
included. I don't know why it wouldn't be included.
So, what? It doesn't come with an AC adapter that it requires.
I might be getting the wrong take of this, but because that doesn't make a shit ton of sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't even. It comes out of the box not ready to fucking power on. You need the power cord.
I think I'm reading something wrong here.
Okay, I was about to say that would make no sense.
No, it wouldn't.
There
'Cause
has
they're
to be some way to
they're-
power it on.
They're not that fucking dumb.
Like even if it is the USB way to power it on, that would be fine. But as long as it comes with it, okay. So yeah, all right.
And another thing I have to think about is, I mean, basically these are just, basically this is just data on a hard drive. That's essentially what this mini console is, just like the SNES Mini and the NES Mini.
Well, yeah, as long as it has a USB port, it should be able to have stuff added in. A
I mean,
modded
if I had to guess, I probably should have looked this up. Isn't like the average PS1 disc take up like, I don't know, 300 kilobytes or something?
Is
Let
it
me look that up.
kilobytes?
Let me look that
It
up
might
so
be
I don't
more- it
sound
might-
like a dumbass.
I think it's more than that. I think if it has to be in megabytes, it can't be kilobytes. That's too small.
Oh yeah, I meant to say megabytes. My bad.
Yeah, it's got to be in the megabytes because I'm pretty sure when I used to play PSP games that were, PS1 games on the PSP, when I download them, they were a few hundred megs.
Okay, yeah,
Peace.
here we go. Varies a lot between games. Some are as small as 120 megabytes, and others like Final Fantasy VII are over 1 gig. Okay,
Well, that's
that
because
kind of makes sense.
split it between 3 discs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we'll say around a couple hundred megabytes, maybe.
yeah, about 300 something megs was like a normal full disc game that took up a lot of space.
So maybe we can assume maybe there's, I don't know, 5 gigabytes of actual hard drive on the console.
Hmm.
And with that, you could probably squeeze in. I mean, people are probably going to figure out how to hack this because people always find a way to hack.
Oh, they're most likely not even going to be using the the internal hard drive to put stuff onto it. It'll be more like you plug something in so you can emulate.
Oh, I
through
see.
it.
Yeah,
So you can
yeah.
you can have any hard drive with any game and play whatever you want.
I didn't
using
even think
the
of it.
HD
I didn't even
output.
think of it that way.
That's how they use. That's how they use the other consoles, right? Like the NES and the SNES and
Well,
all that shit.
As someone who actually owns them, I have already seen videos how you can hack your Super Nintendo without doing anything to the hardware.
Exactly. See, it's not like it's a difficult thing. It's just a matter of do you want to do it?
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
I don't think, even though, yes, it is a pretty nostalgic thing to me, I don't think it's going to sell as well as the Nintendo mini consoles did.
It will not. It
Because,
will not.
people.
Price point too high, not enough games.
Yeah, I do think the
That's-
price point is a little bit high
those are
here.
those are the two things I see already. Price point too high, not enough games. If it had I think if it had 30 games, because then they could add in probably 10
Yes.
more really
Yes,
big
they
name
could.
games. I bet you it would be much better selling.
And I'd probably buy it then,
Yeah, exactly.
as
Because
long as it was
like
quality.
half of these, I would say are worth it, and then the other half is like, who cares?
Well, I mean, I look at it and, naturally for somebody like you and me, not everyone has a library of these old games.
Exactly. Well, I don't have most
See,
of
I
these.
have.
Honestly, I don't have most of these. Like a physical copy or anything, or even like a digital of most of these.
Okay, I have 7 Metal Gear Solid. I think I have Grand Theft Auto. I have Resident Evil, the GameCube remake, which I think is the superior version. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't really need the original.
It's much better.
I got Siphon Filter. I think I actually have a disc of Tekken 3, so I have maybe 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in terms of physical copies, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So, and they're mostly the same ones you have, other than I have Twisted Metal for sure, and Metal Gear Solid for sure.
I really think they should have gotten rid of Destruction Derby and Cool Borders.
Well,
They just do not sound like that good a game.
I'm looking at the list of like the actual games, like to see who makes them. Sony made the Battle Arena Toshin one. They made Cool Borders. They made Destruction Derby. It's not a surprise. Like they're published by Sony.
Sure.
So anything that was published by Sony doesn't cost them anything, and that's why I see so many of those type of games on here. That makes sense. Like even this weird jumping flash game, which I have no fucking clue what that is.
I've heard of it. It's basically like a first-person platformer.
It looks I don't know if you've seen the cover to this thing. I'm looking at it right now.
It's really weird.
fucking weird. Yes, it's like I can't tell if I'm looking at a being or just like a bunch of knickknacks glued together or whatever this is.
I do think it's interesting. However, I mean, I don't think I'd call it a classic. I think that's actually a rare game.
Oh, it probably is because I've never even fucking heard of it.
Personally, I'd rather put Tomba on there because I think that's a unique platformer that doesn't get it as much love, and I actually own the shit. So
Tomba would make sense. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one.
and the thing is, they technically already own Tomba because the developer Whoopi Productions went out after they made the second game. So
Mhm.
I mean, like that's the reason they have it on the PlayStation Network store to begin with.
Yeah. they have the rights to it.
Yeah, so they could have easily just popped it on there.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff missing on here. It looks like instead of Gran Turismo, they went with Ridge Racer, so that's why that's not on there. Which is interesting choice.
Honestly, the most interesting game kind of probably looks like Persona.
It is. I told you. That's the only one that's even the only one that makes me think about buying this. Otherwise, it's a definite no from me.
I mean, Wild Arms, I heard it kicks ass. I'll probably just get a physical copy of it.
I almost got a physical copy, but it was a little more expensive than I wanted to pay. But I do have digital on PSN, and I've already played it before on the PSP a long time ago. It was pretty good. But I've also played the second one already too, and I have that. But yeah, just saying, like, most of the stuff I haven't played on here, I don't want to play for the most part, or I don't know if I want to play because I don't know what the hell it is.
I gotta wonder if this is gonna set some sort of a precedent for maybe there's gonna be a PS2 mini classic, or I think that's kind of,
if it sells well, hell yeah, there would be a precedent for it. But
seems
I don't
a
know
little weird.
how reasonable making a PS2 classic would be.
I don't think it.
The size.
It
of
certainly
it
has the. You bet your ass it has the library of it, but it doesn't have.
Library. But I mean, like, to emulate it all through one console.
And it doesn't
might
really
be
have.
tough.
It doesn't really have the nostalgia that drove these past mini consoles. Also.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it might be too soon for a PS2 classic, is what you're thinking.
I mean, goddamn, they stopped making PS2s in like what 2012 or something. Like that's an insanely long time to run a console.
It was pretty ridiculous. I know. I remember. I don't remember the year, but I remember it was a long time.
I'm not sure I have much more to say about this.
I mean, I'm just more amazed at what's missing than what they picked more than anything.
Yeah.
Because there's no, I didn't even say it, but it should be there. Is Legend of Dragoon?
Do I?
You know why? It's made by Sony.
So
it's a Sony game.
I might be thinking of Legend of Legaia.
No.
Doesn't the cover
Legend
have like a guy that has like
Yes.
a dragon in the background or something?
I think there's a dragon on front.
And
I know
doesn't
he's
he have
wearing
like
red.
like red armor plate?
Yeah, red armor with like a red headband.
Okay, I think I bought that recently for fairly cheap. I want to say like $8.
Even so, that game should be on here. It's a Sony game. Like,
yeah,
made by Sony. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Why is Wild Arms and Persona on here? Not that I don't like them. I just think that Legend of Dragoon should probably be on here. So yeah, there should be 10 more games. There should be Legend of Dragoon. There should be a Tomba. There should be a Spyro. Even there should be Gran Turismo. There should be
maybe I didn't even think about that. Where's Tomb Raider?
Or
the original Tomb Raider.
We didn't even say Tomb Raider.
Yeah. I mean,
Although
it's pretty archaic nowadays. Like the tank controls.
I don't think they would put the first one. I think they would put the second or third one. But the first one sucks ass.
The tank controls almost killed the game for me.
I don't know if the second or third one's actually any better, honestly. Maybe that's why I didn't put any of them. But I know the first one is an ass game. I tried to play it. I have not finished it.
Oh shit. I guess. Honestly, for the average person, I say wait to see if you can actually like hack or mod the console before you get one. That's what I would say.
I don't think this is gonna sell out, so you probably have a good chance to get one even after it comes out pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt they're gonna be bitchy like Nintendo and just undersupply these. So
yeah, I don't think so. I think there's gonna be too many of them, and people aren't gonna buy them up fast enough. Probably gonna go on sale.
I might even see them at a. I've actually seen a couple of Super Nintendo Minis at a local, what do you call it, like game store. Used game store. I've seen a couple there before.
Nice.
I think they were charging, I don't know, $10 under the retail, which I think is fair.
I mean, yeah, they're definitely still worth it. I mean, I'm still holding out hope that they do. I don't know. They're not gonna do like a better one with more games, but that's never
No, I don't think that's realistic.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder, and I don't know if it's been leaked or not. Do you think they're gonna make Do you think Nintendo's gonna make an N64 classic or some shit?
I mean, now that they made a PS1 classic,
And,
like
you know,
I think it's a matter of time.
Nintendo
But
would be
yeah,
like, "Fuck it, why not?" But
the main,
the thing
the,
with that, there's only like 10 really good games on that console, in my opinion.
no, you could do 20, but even then, it's still gonna be missing shit. I already know it.
Yeah,
I worry even with 20 though, there's not gonna pick the stuff that it should be because of licensing and all that fun stuff. So,
it'd probably be pretty difficult to get Banjo-Kazooie on there since Microsoft owns Rare.
yep, that would probably be the one that should be there that won't be there. Out
Because
of
that
all the
game
ones
melts
that won't be
faces.
there,
So,
it's definitely the one that should be. But yeah,
so I'd say probably wait, see what happens. I think the price
yeah,
is a little bit too high. I don't know if I can even mod the shit yet. If I can,
yeah,
that might influence me. That's all I have to say about it.
yeah. I'm. It's a definite no for me, dog.
All right, so I guess that's that. Thanks for watching all. We're probably both going to put this video on our YouTube pages, and I will have a link to his channel, and he'll probably have a link to mine. So, I guess that'll be all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. You want to say anything, Funk?
No, that's sounds about good. Thanks for watching the video, and peace out.